Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my second video in my wedding series. I'm sorry it took so long. I realized I did my engagement video right after we got engaged, but we've now been engaged for 14 months. We did a little bit of a longer engagement. So by the time all the planning and stuff got together for me to be able to share with you the rest of our journey, it's been like a little over a year. So not bad. But I'm still here wanting to give you guys some really cool insight on just some things that we've gone through, and today in particular, engagement photos and photography. So Brandon and I actually really had a cool experience with our engagement photos, and I'm so excited to show you the little album. If you don't want to hear me blabber on or whatever, the timestamp is right here for that, so you can just go through and see the pictures. I'm totally okay with that. But if you want some good tips and tricks, you're getting married, just some things that I thought really helped our experience along, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through like makeup, hair, locations to pick, outfits, just all those kind of little things that maybe you don't think about when you're wanting an engagement photo. It can be difficult to find your groove or what you want you and your fiance to look like, because when you type engagement photos on Pinterest, I'm getting a lot of flannel, I'm getting a lot of just basic, and if that's just not you and your hubby-to-be, don't do it. You want to make sure that you guys are authentic, you're doing exactly what works for the two of you, and that's something that we really wanted to find our voice with our engagement photos and just kind of be us. You know, they're really important photos. They're photos you're going to keep, and you just don't want to kind of go with the flow and what everybody else is doing if it's not what you guys, like who you guys are. So I wanted to kind of do ours. First and foremost, like to pick the location I thought was really going to help make everything flow. So we decided to pick a downtown area. A little itch. We decided to pick a downtown area of our hometown that's a little more industrial looking, lots of brick, and some pretty really like wrought iron gates in the park, these cool fountains, and then like go to the courthouse of our downtown area, and they has these beautiful steps, and just it's such a magical area down there, and it's kind of like underrated, but you'll see in the photos, like they're just it came out so perfectly, and it's just very reminiscent of us. As you guys probably know from my engagement video or just from me talking about it all the time, we, did the first 2 years of our relationship in New York City, so that kind of like city feel is, really a lot what our relationship's about. So we just weren't meant to like go in the middle of a field and take pictures in cornfields with like our riding boots and stuff. It's just not what represents Brandon and I. So yeah, so I think when you sit down and you decide if you want to do engagement photos, that's a huge part of it, is the location and how it's just going to kind of bring and represent the whole feel of your day and you guys as a couple. Okay, also with location, I do find that morning is best. I don't care what anybody says, what any photographer says. Any good photographer should already be telling you this anyhow, but morning is best. I'm talking like 9 o'clock in the morning, the sun is rising, you're getting this beautiful haze, or overcast. Overcast is also really good when you're doing outdoor photos. Direct sunlight looks really harsh. It pulls all the imperfections in your face, and it's just not cute. It's not cute. So yeah, so I think we went and did our photos around, I want to say like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and they were just stunning. The light just was at that perfect angle, and I don't know, they came out gorgeous. Yeah, so I think that's a huge part with like the location. Or I guess also as well, I guess I didn't even think about this, you could do sunset photos. I mean, if you guys are maybe like on the West Coast or, kind of like beachy vibe people, sunsets could really give an awesome tone and vibe and feel to your engagement photos. So morning I still think is best, but if it's going to work with the theme or the feeling of your engagement photos, I could see sunset. Middle of the day, it can get really hot. I mean, by the time we were done taking our photos, we were both sweating. You can't see it in the pictures, but we were warm. It was a hot summer day and the sun was really beating down, and you can just tell like a couple of the photos in color before they were edited were probably really harsh on our faces if we were just facing that little bit of a wrong angle. So yeah, it's just best the earlier in the morning the better, but I'm not talking like 6 a.m. Ain't nobody need to get up at 6 a.m. But I'm saying like between like 9:30 and 10. That's probably best for your photos for your engagement shoot. Alright, next I want to talk about hair and makeup, because Lord knows, girl, it's pretty important. These are pretty big deal photos. And it's like a couple of those last photos before you like, well, for most of us hit 30 and whatnot, so you want them to be like really good. But no, I think with hair and makeup, natural is best. but you can still enhance those features and have it still look natural because of how HD and intense the cameras are. So when I did my makeup, I did kind of like my everyday foundation routine, blush, bronzer, eyeshadow. I did not do winged liner. I did have false lashes on, but they were a very natural false lash. Eyebrows, like I did the whole 9, but when you look at our photos, I don't look overdone makeup wise because you don't want to be flushed out by these cameras. The lenses nowadays, how high tech and HD is, I mean, these photos are going to be in really high pixelation, high def, 1080p, so you want the makeup to make sure that your skin looks even, no bags under your eyes, you want your concealer, all of that is really important, but I would not do anything that's going to pull color wise. Like everything on my face was neutral, and then I just did a soft nude gloss. Just to kind of keep myself looking like the most glowing, best inner self that I could have, you know? Like I didn't do a ton of, like look at my face today. It's fabulous, but it would have probably been too, well, maybe not too much, but it probably would have been too much for the engagement session. So I just toned it back a little bit, But again, I love makeup and it's kind of what I do, so I had a little bit of it shown through, you know? Like you could tell I was wearing makeup, but for me, that's kind of the point. But try to keep it natural, but you do want makeup. I also do makeup for weddings, so I kind of, you know, this is going to be, what, my 5th season doing makeup for weddings for brides and bridesmaids and moms and grandmothers and the whole 9, and I just know that balance. They get really overwhelmed with, oh my god, I have to have all that makeup on, but once they see themselves and see how just flawless they look on the camera, they realize how important it is to make sure that you do have makeup on your face. I'm not here to scam you, girl. It's important, okay? But keep it natural. I mean, I've seen some, if it's really stylized, I've seen the bold red lip, with just a soft face and some lashes. I'm cool with that, if that's the glamorous kind of look you're going for. But other than that, I would just keep it really natural so that you guys shine through. And when you wear lipstick and you have to do those kissing photos, he could get red lipstick on his face, and then he's all upset, and then he feels like his mojo's lost, and then the photos might not continue to go well. So it's probably just best to have next to nothing on your lips, if you ask me. But yeah, just unless they're stylized, wear the red lip, and just don't kiss them during your engagement photos, right? All right, hair. Hair's a tricky one. My suggestion is to wear it as natural as possible, and by that I mean whatever way people see your hair most. So for instance, my hair is obviously cut at my chin. It is usually like this, sometimes got a little bit of a curl to it, but I rarely put my hair up. Unless I have extensions in, my hair is not up. So I find it would be a little strange and out of character for our photos had I had my hair up in a bun or a ponytail, excuse me, or half up, half down, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I ate chicken wings. That's why I'm burping. If you guys were like, wow, I had chicken wings. It's fine. Anywho, yeah, if your hair is naturally something that stays down most of the time, you naturally wear it soft and curly or a little wet or whatever, a fro, whatever you got, girl. I would wear your hair as natural as possible. Don't go get an updo. Don't do anything crazy. If your wedding is more on the formal side, that's when you really want to do, you know, like the updos and the curly hairs and all that good stuff. But I would keep it natural. Again, it's those photos you want to look at that are just about you guys. You're in love. You're newly engaged. This is a really cool time for you guys. And you don't want to be like, why did I wear my hair like that? Why? You know, it's a little less formal than a wedding. So you just want to be your two happiest selves. And with that, your happy hair and your happy emotions should kind of match and just be natural and simple, right? Outfits. This is probably one of my last and biggest points. You see my little, I'm not gonna lie, I use a little an index card. They help me out. Yeah, outfits. Outfits were really tough for us. Again, because you kind of get pulled into the Instagram, Pinterest kind of hole. I found myself sitting there 2 hours one night thinking like, oh, what are we gonna wear? Da, da, da. And you just kind of get overwhelmed with wanting to make sure you look really good. And then I was like, you know what? We're kind of like doing this downtown vibe. We want to keep it a little classy. So we both wore black, and I wore like a black maxi dress. My feet were covered most of the time, so I just wore flat sandals. Here and there I wore heels for certain shots, so we switched them out. And then Brendan just wore black slacks and a black button down. We thought that went perfect. Now, on the flip side, we did a winter engagement shoot as well, and I had the same makeup. My hair was pretty much the same, but we had a couple more stylized things in there. So like Brandon wore like the really cool, you know, tailored jacket. I had like a big billowy scarf, and then at one point my photographer thought it'd be cool to put like a, you know, floral crown in my hair just to kind of keep that fun winter feel, but it was still very us. It wasn't a lot of like kitschy stuff. But as far as outfits go, my biggest thing is to keep it neutral. Any earth tones to like completely neutral. So black, white, gray. I had olive green in one, and the other one we wore all black. Just neutral tones. Even just maybe like even this mauve pink is cool, but like I wouldn't do the bright colors to pull away unless it's another one of those things that's really something that embodies you guys. If you guys are all about those bold colors, those jewel tones, something like that, do that. But a lot of the guys just want to feel comfortable and natural. A lot of them aren't really comfortable being photographed. I will say Brandon and I are a little rare in that sense. My photographer loves, and I mean loves Brandon. She'll high five him the whole time and she'll be like, whew, you're a natural. She's just like, you are so good looking and so good at that. Like, she just is shocked at how much he loves taking photos, and it's true. Like, this kid will take photos all day. It's, I don't know. Just don't tell him he looks like Jason Momoa, because it kind of goes to here and then I have to hear about it all day. But he's handsome. What can I say? What can I say? Oh yeah, outfits, I will say keep it pretty neutral. When I did the winter shoot, I just had like an olive green sweater, black leggings, and then I had my boots kind of be that little pop, but they were still black, white with brown fur. Brandon had on his jeans, his boots, and then a little thermal, and then the jacket. And then when we did our original shoot, we just both wore black, and we looked a little dressed up, like we were going out to dinner in the city, but we weren't like over the top dressed up, so it kind of worked out perfect. It almost had like that Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of feel to it, but yeah, it just wasn't too over the top at the same time. But if you want to go stylized and a little crazy, I love that too. If you want to go really themey, I mean, I've seen everything from people replicate their favorite movie posters to their favorite, oh my god, I don't know, comic books, like anything. If you want to go really stylized, I'm all for it. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just am giving you the suggestions now that I've been through 2 photo shoots with my photographer that really had made us shine and made our photos just so wonderful. And they're just photos we can keep forever. I mean, gosh, we looked so good. Why? Keep them forever. Keep them forever. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I think that's all my tips and tricks. I think that's it. So, without further ado, here is our photo album from our engagement photos. I hope you absolutely love them. Thank you so much to our photographer, Erin Covey. She is absolutely the best. If you need to be hooked up with a good photographer, she includes an engagement session in her wedding package, and she is just the most lovely, down-to-earth, engaging person in the entire world. I can't get enough of her. So yeah, I hope I gave you guys some good tips and tricks. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. And I'll be back with more wedding videos as per usual. Let me know what else you'd like to see. Love you guys though so much. And thank you for the continued support. And I will talk to you guys soon, okay?